There's one thing this city's taught me. You can put a price on anything. Secrets, reputations, a life. And trust? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. But then I suppose none of that matters when you're me. After all, when did I ever pay for anything?
Hello homies, welcome to the new Let's Play for Thief on Xbox One. This game was great. Although they're a little picky on getting caught, still it's pretty fun to just go around stealing. I would say that this is even better at Skyrim stealing. You know, just because of all the things that you can do and stuff like that. Although when you do get in battle, it gets pretty hectic, and I freak out sometimes. But I love the city. I love the graphics, the immersion. Probably the combat is the only thing that I have problem with. But you don't get too much into combat. You rarely do. You know, if you know stealth and then you go there, you know where to go, you probably won't have any problems. So, I like how everything's interactive and you can just, if you get near it or if you make a noise, alarm the guards or just make something and just gives you another thing to worry about. And you're trying to be a thief, a stealthy thief, so it's fun. I mean, the first two missions you can't really get caught, otherwise it automatically it ends the game, and then you have to start it at the next save point. But besides that, the rest of them, like I say, so birds will alert the guards, and dogs, and sometimes civilians. So you kind of have to watch out for that. Oh, now I have to find the switch. Where is it? Some of the things that they had that you can use for your missions, they were pretty good, except they're a little weird. Like fire arrow, I can understand, but water arrow, I mean, like how to pull that off, and then choking arrow or something. I don't know. Some didn't seem that realistic. I mean, the game doesn't have to be realistic, but it just like for example, if you were like a professional thief, what kind of tools would you need, and like what kind of tools would actually a thief from the past would have used, And I mean, besides the lockpick and wires, like a hook to climb up walls, to cut wires, but yeah, so this game is really well done. I mean, it has a little bit of a PC feel, which is the and more American or British, design. I'm sorry, and but besides that, it's still pretty well told and stuff like that. Um, can't wait to see what happens at the end, but still great too. And you always gotta leave it. If you leave it intact, like as if you were never there, it just seems more intriguing and stuff like that. That you were able to rob and leave everything, like just like the way it was, so it doesn't look like you were ever even there.
Aaron. Of course it is. Care to make a little more noise
It took
next
me a while
time?
to figure this out.
How else would you know it was
I
me?
didn't know what to fire, where to fire.
Basso did tell you we were working together.
It's
on
kind of
this
hard
race.
because they don't give you
Well, I
like
showed
a
up, so what do you
arrow
think?
pointing at it, or
I think you haven't changed a bit.
you kind of have to go into
Come on,
your
it'll be just like
later
old
on you get
times.
like a vision or something. But yeah, it was pretty well done. Man, I'm amazed at the graphics. If anybody, those are like some of the first Xbox One graphics, same as Battlefield 4.
Glad you could make
That
it.
impressed me. Did you pick that
And I
route
like to
because
be
it was
impressed
fast
by
or because you
graphics,
thought it'd be
especially
fun?
launch.
Can it be both?
Come on, let's get Basso's
I don't think
commission.
this was a launch title, but it came out pretty recent, so it's great to see recent titles.
Are you going to use any of those shadows?
Look this
Lady
good.
Lamplight?
I was just scouting ahead. I know.
My
you
last
said to go
review of
first.
Need for Speed was kind of disappointing. The game. But yeah, hopefully I will get more Xbox One games like these, where we can enjoy, and then they'll be more expanded and stuff like that. Oh man, I can't wait to get Elder Scrolls, the new whatever new Elder Scrolls game they make, like number 6. So I'm sure they're working on it already.
You should get
And
yourself one
I mean,
of these. See you on the other side.
Looks like I won't be going that way.
Let's finish unloading before summer's day is over. Why not drink
Oblivion
to a job
came
well
out
done first?
about a
Can't
year
just leave the
after
cart out here. It's
360
festival
launched.
time. Your average thief will
So
be
we'll
under
see
a
how long it
table in
takes
an
them
alehouse.
to make a
The
game
watch will be liquored up too. I'm not haggling
for
high
Bethesda.
the drunk
I know they've
god
been
again.
working on since probably 2 to 3 years. And just a game like this that has a lot of thieving, kind of like Skyrim. It reminds me of that so much, and I
Garrett,
want it
come
to
on.
be Skyrim sometimes. And that's where the fighting sometimes takes over, and then I'm like,
Jealous
oh
of the
shit.
claw? I made it myself.
You'll see
Sure, the
later
watch will be very
how
impressed.
the game
Certainly hears
is
coming.
the fighting.
They'll have to catch me first.
Just be aware of your surroundings.
It's not about taking in the sights, Garrett. It's about taking in the loot. You do still steal, right?
I've been stealing since before you could crawl.
There's the Garrett I know. How about a friendly wager? Let's see who can take in the most.
So you hold left trigger to dash, and then to dash, once it dashes, it climbs over whatever's in front of it, like table or whatever. Then if you're against the wall and you have a hook, it dashes towards it and goes up, climbs it. It seems kind of fun, and it's actually pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. However, sometimes I
Look what I found.
randomly you might
Ooh,
run,
me out on the town.
jump off a ledge
Why did we stop
without
doing this
realizing
again?
it,
Do you really need to ask?
or just run past where you want it to go.
It pays to keep a low profile in
You know,
places
so
where I'm not welcome. There's
just
a lot of
another
those
thing that
places.
I kind of didn't realize when they were making the game. And you know, developers, I'm sure they test everything, but you know, it's just one of those things that you don't foresee. People jumping off the ledge, like I did. I don't know if I got it on video, but it's hella fun. This game is hella fun, but you have to have the patience for it. If you don't have the patience to try to sneak around and people and stuff like that, like some people in Skyrim, then they just wanted to fight old melee and all weapons instead of just sneaking in, finding the way to get to the plates and stuff like that. Is just gonna be kind of boring to them. The ones that just want action. So you kind of have to. It depends if it's your kind of game. You know, you might like for me, I like doing that, and I like new type of gameplay and sneaking around and stuff, and that's why I kind of gave it a. I would probably give this game a 8 out of 10, or you know, if it gets a little clunky, especially on the fighting, which is a big part. If it was more like Assassin's Creed, which is Assassin's Creed 4, which I think it's one of the best ones so far on the Xbox One right now. I would probably give it a 9, a solid 9 or 10, just because it's well polished, you know. But yeah, the fighting. Once you get to the fighting, you'll see how bad I'm gonna lose, and it's just with like one guard or two guards, it gets really bad. You know, and it's.
So how much did you steal?
They should have checked up on that.
It's not how much you steal.
That,
it's what you steal.
And how you steal it.
See that, and that's why it kind of you can
like
tell right away that it's more of a PC audience. It was meant for a more PC audience because the fighting is so clunky. You feel like you're a freaking robot.
Won't be easy.
Trying to get out of there, you know?
Worried?
Yes, and so should you.
You'll be fine. I'll pick up your slack.
This job's getting more complicated by the second.
So yeah, you'll have trouble in your first fights, but after a while you'll get the hang of it.